Kingdom.
Guys, he's here.
Kingdom.
Breaking news right now in Southeast Asia, where a massive 7.7 magnitude earthquake struck just moments ago in Myanmar and Thailand. Take a look. This is a live look now. You can see just some of the damage there. Again, this happened within the hour in Thailand and Myanmar. We know that there were tremors felt as far as 600 miles away. Again, the magnitude of this earthquake was 7.7 on the Richter scale. A look at the epicenter we want to show you of that earthquake. Now, according to the U.S. Geological Survey, that quake was followed by several aftershocks. One of the aftershocks had a magnitude of 6.4. That just tells you the strength of this earthquake. The extent of the damage, not yet clear, but as you might imagine, it's going to be rather extensive with a 7.7 earthquake. We are still working to find out any information about any casualties as a result of this. Right now, we do know that there are no tsunami warnings in effect, but of course, when we get more information and the updates into our newsroom, we will pass that along to you. Again, that breaking news this morning in Myanmar.
And the reason there's no tsunami warning, this is in far northwestern Myanmar, formerly known as Burma.
Right.
It's over a huge landmass. Tsunamis are if the quake itself is in the ocean,
yes,
or nearby, so definitely not that. But it's an area of, well away from Yangon, the capital of Burma, but about 600 miles away from Bangkok. And Bangkok is there's a huge building that collapsed in Bangkok. Wow. All the schools have been dismissed there. The prime minister was out of the country, has been called back. So that's how intense this earthquake was to affect areas as far as 600 miles away.
And we don't usually talk about 7.7 on the Richter scale.
If we did that in the United States, it would be major devastation.
Decimated.
I don't think we've heard. How much it's a very poor country, and in a country where the buildings are not solidly built. They're certainly not earthquake proof. So I think we'll have more about that.
Yeah.
Hey, shalom. First off, give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Giving double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, all the men and the women who follow. This is the brother Kratazah from the GMS Nebraska camp, coming back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. This one being entitled Earthquakes in Diverse Places. Now, as you can see, today, March 28th, this major earthquake happened in Bangkok, Thailand, all right, along with Burma, all right, or Myanmar. So, hey, the brother Michael Allah posted, 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter. So let's go ahead and get it. It says, 2nd Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right? So the Lord said to measure the time diligently, know what time you're in. All right? By knowing the scriptures, knowing the prophecies, you could then look in the real world and gauge on, what time you're in. All right. And by doing that very thing, by going through the scriptures and knowing what time we're in, we can see that we're at the end, and not just the end of the end. All right. It says, therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Right? So when you see this big 7.7 earthquake, I had another video that didn't want to play well. It was freezing up. It was actually like the view from on top of one of these hotels where the water was spilling out. People were freaking out. 7.7 is a pretty big earthquake. So I got this over here. Bear with me. So how strong is the 7.7 magnitude earthquake? Right? So it's a major earthquake with serious damage. All right, I got one more, picture over here. They call this the Richter scale, right? So a 2, is usually not felt. About 1 million of them per year. But a 3, is minor. It's you would feel it, but it's not really any damage. There's 100,000 of those per year. All right, then you get those 4s. And, they could probably get kind of scary because it's a noticeable shake, right? Which you got 10,000 of those a year. Which now, these are pretty common. But once you start getting up in the 5, the 6, and the 7, the moderate, the strong, and the major, you're feeling these. A 5 is the equivalent of 1 million pounds of explosives, right? And there's only 1,500 of these a year. I said only 1,500, but that's a big difference. The 6, about 120 of them a year. Now, when you're getting into, 7, 8, 9, these are your major earthquakes. What was, let me see. What was Fukushima's? Fukushima, with the power plant, that was a 7.4. So this one was even bigger than that one. The difference is Japan's right there on the, in the middle of the sea. So that's why it was hit with those tsunamis. This one, I believe they said, the epicenter wasn't anywhere near the ocean. If I can get a clear picture. Right, here we go. So you can see the severe areas, but it's the Lord. This is the Lord speaking. You seen in the one video where the this the one. Nah, I would think it was the second video. Just bear with me here.
It's really fun. Making a website on Wix.
Nobody care about that shit. You had the mosque, the Lord's taking out these idols as well. That's beautiful. Call all Yabashim Yashai. These fucking false gods. These heathens are going to get in line when it's time for the kingdom to come. All right, they're going to be what did the Lord say? Let's grab that real quick. We're going to get back to the second Ezra. Just want to take a pit stop real quick. I think it's Psalms 2 and 9. Maybe not 2 and 9. It's got to be Psalms 2, though. That's not. There we go. Psalms 2 and 8. Yeah. Psalms 2 and 8, it says, ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. So we're going to have these heathen in captivity and in order when our kingdom has come. All right. So the Lord is, he's letting his presence be known. And this is a sign, just to say that, he's coming, he's tearing down these other false gods as well. But it says that you should well understand that these days, that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before, even from the beginning. For like as all is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So the end is being made manifest in front of our face. All right. But you got to be spiritual in order to see it. All right. This is Matthew 24:7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places, right? And don't get too much diverse than this, right? So you have the epicenter right here, but those buildings that we seen were all the way down here, So what? Let me see. Let's do a little research, right? The epicenter. Leto. Okay. So how far is Leto to Bangkok? Was it Myanmar? I don't know how to spell that. Come on, Google. Yeah, that's Google. Damn it. 16 hours away, 600 miles, right? There's 600 miles away from the epicenter, and these buildings are falling over here. That's crazy. 600 miles. That's like going from like Omaha to Dallas. Omaha to Dallas, about 600 miles. Hey, call it your Shemel Shai. About going from Omaha to Dallas, that's about the distance between those cities. So imagine an earthquake happening in Omaha and buildings falling in Dallas. That's a crazy amount of distance. So let's get this last precept, and we'll end it with this. This is 2nd Ezra 16, and I'll start at 37. It says, behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, right? We're getting closer and closer to the end. So these plagues are, they're happening more and more often. All right. With these earthquakes is part of it. It says, and they're not slack, they're not holding up. They're like I said, they're coming in waves. It says, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains can pass about her womb. Right, when you see those labor pains, you see those contractions, and these earthquakes, these uproars of the people. You got the French president saying that they'll go to war with America over Greenland or over Iceland. No, it was Greenland. Yeah, over Greenland. That they ready to ride. If you try to invade any European country, we'll go to war with you. That's an uproar. These are all birth pains. All right. It says, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment, right? So just the same way as a woman has contractions when she's about to have a baby, we're going to see these contractions happen all around the world, right? We're going to see these events popping up, i.e. them talking about going to war with Iran, the really people, the Israeli, going back to war with Hamas or whatever the group is over there, Russia and Ukraine. This thing is heating up, all right, and it's gonna stay hot. All right, it may seem like it's going to cool down or something's going to happen. No, the president is talking about invading another country. That's an act of war. All right, so this thing is hot. All right, and we're at the door. So, Lord's will, you were edified. And, we give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakakadash, giving double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity of the men and women who follow. Shalom.